Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. To you, I say Shalom. And I want to get into an article that I came across on ZeroHedge.com that is speaking about 10 signs that a significant portion of our population has gone nuts. And the scriptures, anything that you see in these latter days can be tied back to biblical prophecy, because we are in the time of prophecy. And only the prophets, the true prophets of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, can pinpoint and distinguish certain things that are happening on this earth. And this is why we bring these different articles out to link to what you're seeing in real time to the scriptures. And that's very important to have a sound mind. All right. And as this article reads, people have gone mad. People have gone crazy. All right. It's been in decline. There's been an uptick in mental illnesses. There's been an uptick in suicide rates among so-called black people. There's been an uptick of antidepressant meds. There has been an uptick as well. It's been on the increase. Okay, and these are all the beginning of sorrows, like the scriptures speak about. That the Lord told you that these things will happen, that sorrow will come upon the earth, the world. All right, because a lot of people, they don't see hope. They don't see the hope. They don't see where growing up, where people told you all you had to do was work hard, keep it clean, get a job, stay out of trouble, get married, have kids. That they don't see that sunshine that light at the end of the tunnel, because they've been lied to. All right, and the truth has came out, and it's gotten a lot of people sad, because people, they don't like the truth. All right. Now, it says, have you noticed that people around you are behaving more erratically? These days, you just never know what is going to set someone off. And that's true, because people are on edge. Why? It's a combination of things. People are all drugged up out of their minds on psych meds. They're poor. And being poor, when you look up the negative health effects of being poor, it raises your cortisol levels. And cortisol is not, too much cortisol is not good for you. All right. It raises your blood pressure. When your blood pressure raises, it affects certain things, your inability to sleep. And if you can't sleep, then that in itself causes a whole bunch of other health problems. So this is just a shithole. And what I mean by that is really the whole world, because the so-called white man is ruling. All right. And, people are bugged out of their mind. Road rage is out of control. People are just offing one another for little simple things, because people are on edge. People can't afford to live, and people are sleeping in cars. You got something called the working homeless. All right. And all of this is under the management of the so-called white man. It's under his management. It says a person may seem relatively normal, but then the moment you express an opinion that they don't like, they totally lose it. And that is true. That's why you brothers and sisters out there, you be wise. All right. It's not about showing your might. All right. Not saying that you let somebody put their hands on you. But if somebody cut you off on the road, let Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai deal with it. All right. Somebody do evil unto you. All right. Let Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai deal with it. All right. Because we can't do nowhere near as much damage as he can do to somebody. All right. And it says, it is almost as if the majority of the population is constantly on edge emotionally because they're on an emotional roller coaster. All right. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days. So Apostle Paul told us in the last days, what? Perilous time shall come. All right. NLT, you should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be difficult times. NLT, for people will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to their parents, and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred. And that's what you see. The social media world, this clout world. You even see it in Israel. All right. Amongst so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans calling themselves Israelites. They will be unloving. Okay. Because in the ancient world, people had compassion on one another. You know, the ways of the West are wicked and vile. And unforgiving. They will slander others and have no self-control. And that's what you see. No self-control. All right. These young little gremlins out here raised by the so-called black woman. Majority of them. They're emotional. All right. They just go out there and they're wild little demons. They don't have any self-control. They weren't taught that by their fathers because their fathers didn't raise them. And that's a curse. They will be cruel and hate what is good. All right. And a lot of this goes back to the medical system that the so-called white man has put in place. He'll give you a prescription for something and then it'll affect something else. Okay. I got some more articles over here. Here it is. BBC News. Suicide is on the rise for young Americans with no clear answers. Here it is. His death was one of 50,000 suicides registered in the U.S. last year, the largest number ever recorded. Okay? Suicide is on the rise. Here it is. Why are these young people, they're offing themselves? Why are they killing themselves? Now, suicide has always been a thing, but why is the uptick of suicide? What's going on in this society? See, the elect would wake up and see it like, holy shit, this is all bullshit. I need to focus on the Most High and His Son. I need to get right with my powers, with my makers. Here's another one. Antidepressant sales reach record high in Russia. People are depressed around the world. The NPR News. The rate of antidepressant prescribed to young people surged during the pandemic. All right. A lot of people need a psych meds, and a lot of them are still on it. A lot of people are still on meds. They've been diagnosed by the so-called white man with bipolar disorder. When the scriptures speak about, okay, the love of many waxing cold, and the scriptures speak about what? The herbs. Okay, the scriptures speak about the herbs being able to heal you. All right, the sun. All right, the sun. People are cooped up in the house. Okay, it's proof that when you don't get enough sun, you get depressed. All right, during the winter times when people don't get enough vitamin D, they get depressed. Go look it up. All right. We're living in this younger generation. They just want to stay in the house, create content, play video games. All right. They don't really, men are giving up on relationships and women. All right. These young men, they're not starting families. All right. This system is jacked up, man. People are on edge for a reason. All right. So there's a bunch of a lot of people are walking around, a bunch of crazies walking around. All right. And I'm going to say this again, all under the management of the so-called white man who has the power and authority right now. He's in rulership. All right. Let me get Matthew. This is Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. People don't care about people anymore. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Everybody for themselves. All right. And, this truth, this brotherhood that we have, amongst the body, it's going to be very important in these last times. The camaraderie we have with one another. Because the world is turning real cold and it's going to get worse. Okay. Let me go back to this article. It says one of the big reasons why everything has gone haywire is because we simply stopped developing deep relationships with those around us, because everybody got their head stuck in their cell phones. Here it is right here. Matter of fact, I already had that pulled up. This is the same article. I'm just scrolling down. It says, today our relationships are with our screens. According to the American Psychology Association, U.S. teens spend an average on 4.8 hours a day on social media. Here it is. 37% say they spend 5 or more hours a day. 14% say 4 to less than 5 hours. So it says study after study has shown that heavy use of social media can lead to depression and a whole host of other emotional issues, because you as a human being are not meant to stare at a screen all day. Humans are social creatures. That's why the Most High created you with a mouth and 2 ears, 2 eyes, and a nose, so that you can go out and you can experience life. You can go and smell things. You can go and talk to people. You can go and listen to people, so that you can enjoy life the way it was supposed to be meant. Not sit in an apartment complex that is 500, 600 square feet all day and stare at a goddamn screen. And this is what the younger generation is doing. So you think that America has a shot? You think America can keep going? Because the young people are the future of a country. I'm going to say that again. The younger generations is supposed to be the future of a country. But at this rate, you think America going to be able to stand like this? At the things that are going on, inflation, and young men are not having families and not having children. No, America it's in decline. More than 1 in 5 adolescents in the U.S., 5.3 million, had current diagnosed mental or behavioral health conditions in 2023. The fools we were being poisoned, being misdiagnosed, being prescribed, misprescribed, being prescribed medication that you don't need when you can use the earth to heal you. The sun. Go out in the nature. All right. Here, among 5.3 million adolescents defined as children ages 12 through 17, anxiety, 16%, followed by depression, 8.4, behavior conduct problem, 6.3. All right. And then they make it no better when they have a routine, a jab, inoculation for you. And only God knows what's in those. All right. So America is a big ball of just, I'm gonna screenshot this right here. America is a big ball of shit. You know, I mean, I'm just saying it like that. This is Sirach 30 and 21. Give not thy mind to heaviness. So no, it's going to get hard for us too. We still got to live on this earth. Things are expensive and stuff, but we can't give our mind over to heaviness. And afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. Some shit that you can't control, you got to give it to the Lord. It says the gladness of the heart is the life of a man. The gladness of the heart, which is your mind, because your mind controls you, is the life of a man. And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. You know, here it is, we're afflicted, poor, but we have to find some type of joy in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because if you look out in the world, there's no joy in the world. Yeah, you might have children. They might give you a smile every once in a while. But the future of the future of America and what's going on right now is very bleak, grim. So we have to find a form of happiness in the scriptures, in the word, in the hope that we are going to be delivered, and hope that the Lord is going to get us out of this situation. Because what else are we going to hope on? Being here in America, living under these conditions for the rest of our lives? No. Hope. Okay, the scriptures say hope deferred maketh the heart sick. So this is why people are going crazy. They don't have hope. They don't see the vision. They don't see, they don't know about the Lord coming back. The Lord blinded them. So what they see in front of them that's it for them. It says, love thy own soul and comfort thy heart, which is thy mind. You have to find some type of comfort. And these people, they don't have it. Remove sorrow far from thee. Are we going to be sad sometimes? Yeah. But we can't stay like that, man. For sorrow have killed many. People offering themselves. Right? People giving up. But our hope is in the Lord. All right? That he's not going to leave us in the pit, which is America. And brothers and sisters scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, wherever you at too. For sorrow have killed many, and there is no profit therein. Yeah, we might be sad for a moment, but hey, joy cometh in the morning. Our hope is in the Lord, our creator, our maker. And we can't be like these people because they've given up. These people in this world, they've given up. They don't have hope. The Lord gave us the hope. He gave us the ability to see. We're that light that is shining on the hill. Okay? But these people that don't love the Lord is giving them over to their own devices. And they're going crazy. But the Lord gave us the light and we got hope. We're not like these people. All right? Until they find the truth, the Lord, and if the Lord, loves them enough to give it to them, then they're going to be stuck like that. Okay? So with that, Lord willing, was edifying. Shalom.